is we got to understand that it's about what's on the inside. What's inside the well is going to come up in the bucket. If we was to go up to verse 34, Jesus said something. He was talking about the lamp. And he was talking about, he said that the light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thine eye is single, or when thine eye is healthy, the whole body is also healthy. But we need to understand, brothers and sisters, that if Satan can keep our eyes on evil, then our lives will reflect evil. I see a lot of old schoolers in here. We all know when we was coming up, it was certain things that we see today that we didn't see on TV growing up. There's a lot of things that we are able to get access to, and I'm talking about as children, that when we were growing up, children would have a very difficult time getting access to. As a matter of fact, if the parent didn't give the child access to most of these things, they would never get the access that they get through the internet and through the television today. And the reason is very simple, and we need to pay attention to this. The reason is very simple because Satan knows what Jesus just said when Jesus said that the light of the body is the eye. A lot of us are having a problem and we're having struggles. We're trying to overcome certain things, but what I stop by to tell us is it has a lot to do with what we are intaking into our very eyes. Jesus said that the eyes is the lamp of the body. Brothers and sisters, the things that we see on these television screens, these things have begun to normalize what I call drinking from the cup of vanity. Deke, you said when you was praying, and I heard you, and I know you was in the spirit when you said it, but you said to pray for our leaders of this nation, right? You said to pray for those politicians, and I agree. We do need to pray for them. We also need to understand this something. What it seems like our government has done is, it seems as if our government has decided that it is in agreement with satanic things. And the reason why I say it seems as if they are in agreement with the satanic things is because they have made the satanic things so easily accessible to our children. Brothers and sisters, we have normalized idolatry. I'm going somewhere with this. We have normalized the definition of idolatry as the extreme admiration for someone or something. You try preaching the gospel to one of those youngsters who believe in one of these entertainers. I still remember the time, Sister Daniels, you know what I'm talking about. Man, I said something against that joker. What's his name? Dude with the satanic shoe. Nas X. What? Man, look here. 12-year-old young girl got to defending little Nas X like it wasn't no tomorrow. The little young lady had began to love little Nas X and what he represents, Brother Jimmy, so much that she was ready to stand against everything that the church stood for in order to defend little Nas X. What I'm trying to say to us is the things that the world is placing inside of our children and inside of us adults also is beginning to come up in the bucket. The things that has been placed inside of is beginning to come up in the bucket. But I stopped by to give us some good news. Amen. The good news for us, and the good news is, sister, and I can tell you one thing that I can guarantee you that you've done. When you said that you had your 11 years clean, correct? Okay. This is what I guarantee you part of the process that you have done. You have began to be careful about the things that you are around. You have began to be careful about the things that you let come into your ears. You have began to be careful about the situations that you put yourself into. The reason that I know that is because, Deacon Adet, we all know the exact same process in order to get better. Have I got a witness in here today? In order for us to get better, what I stop by to encourage somebody to do today is we got to increase our intake of Jesus. We got to increase our intake of Jesus. We got to increase the amount of Jesus that we are allowing to come into our lives if we expect to be able to overcome anything that's in our way. What's in the bucket, what's in the well, gonna come up in the bucket. Brothers and sisters, this